Hello. Johnny here. At camp, it's Friday night. Beautiful evening. A little bit of rain showers, a little bit of showers. You can't see me, can you? A little bit of rain showers. We're here at camp. It's nice and quiet. I did start this video because I wanted to let you guys have a listen to the music, some of the drum that's happening here tonight. The nice sounds, beautiful sounds of the drum. But I think they're taking a break. They're playing music, indigenous music, powwow music in the background, but they got the big drum and they're playing in there along. We got different cultures, different peoples joining in our culture. We're sharing our culture, or trying to teach each other and share our lives so we can have a life in the future, right? This is all about sharing ideas and trying to change our world for the better. But in order to do that, we have to get rid of these people from terrorizing us with their lights. And see, they got the roads blocked off. They got the roads blocked off here now and they're locking the doors to the bathroom. So see, if you can't see me, can you? Well, let's go get some light over here. But here we are at the camp. Have a look around. If you can see. But anyway, let's see if you can see the camp. Beautiful. But what we need are more men out here, indigenous men, native men. I gotta stop using the word indigenous, because apparently indigenous means that you only have to be born on this continent. You don't have to be First Nations to be indigenous. Okay, well, I've been using the word wrong then, right? And so gotta start using original peoples, our First Nations, to refer to our people reclaiming our sovereignty over this land. Yeah. And we need more women out here, or who are not shy to be in front of the camera, and start making some daily podcasts or something like that, right? Because we got to get our people. This is an indigenous-led camp here with our great clan mother of all the Turtle Island here, and she's fighting for all of us. And the idea of this camp is to get even differing opinions, differing views to come together and stop this, to end this false narrative of racism and separation of peoples. And we've got to bring all our different views together, and our differences, put our differences aside, and realize that it was designed for us to be separated like this, and be classified as race rather than the human being. And start when we speak the human being, we add the human being and realize what that means and what comes with that. Because we can't just keep walking around saying we're human. We're not just human. We are the human beings. We have a spirit. We have a soul. We have our own sovereign entity, thoughts, whatever you want to call it. But we are sovereign unto ourselves by the grace of God, the Creator, our Creator. What's the point of this existence if we don't experience all things, including pain, right? But we have to learn from that pain. We have to learn from our experiences, because that's why we're here. We can make a choice. Some people have referred it to as pulling yourself up by the bootstraps, right? And I hear that conversation, even though we talk about trauma, intergenerational trauma. There's still that idea that in some people's minds that we just gotta do it better, or something like that. Well, we gotta look behind the scenes as well and find out all the aspects which creates strife and pain and suffering, and the economic system and the power. And it's not just black and white, so you see. That's like the Garden of Eden, original sin. You know, the knowledge of good and evil. Well, now we have black and white. We have us and them, and we have the government and the people, different nations against each other. Knowledge of good and evil. Right? They're bad. We're good. Right? We're savages. They're civilized. Well, there's a lot of gray area, right? Let's look at those gray areas and trace them to their roots. And I believe you find the market economic system of competition and capitalism is at its roots. They say the root of all evil is money. Well, I guess that's kind of true, eh? In our context today. I didn't know what much to talk about, but I just had to say something, right? I just talk a little bit. But I encourage everyone to come out. I mean, like, seriously. You're talking about, oh, those guys, these far right people are gonna, or they're just there to use their grandmothers, or, you know, they're just using it for their own means and whatever, right? You know what? I don't give a shit. Well, I do, but we have to get past that. How can we convince them that it's not all about them and their freedoms and their sovereignty unless we have a dialogue, right? Unless we alleviate their fears that all we want to do is kick them off our lands or make slaves out of them. I had that conversation with one of the guys here. It was hilarious. But anyway, that's the fears that's been propagated amongst everyone, right? Anyway, I hope you can hear me. Even if you can't see me. Here's my new tent, my bike, my beautiful bike. But here's my new castle. It's a little bit bigger, more beautiful. Some beautiful people right here in the fire. It's not a sacred fire. Sacred fire is in that teepee there, in this beautiful place. Yeah. So come on out, come visit. But I would much rather people come out and bring a tent, bring your warriors, bring the indigenous nations here, because we are outnumbered by white folks, by Canadians. We are outnumbered by United for Freedom, and we need indigenous warriors out here to stay permanent. We gotta outnumber them and show them that this is our land, this is our sovereignty, and we are not fighting for them to have their own country. We are not fighting for them, we are fighting for all children. And in order to do that, the white man has to give us our land back, all of it, right? We can't just change Canada. We have to return the nations back to the indigenous peoples. Our laws, our sovereignty, our knowledge, our wisdoms, our connections to the land. Because there's still a many broken mind out here. And we need our culture, our traditions, our laws. Because asking for more programs through a Canadian system, which is inherently corrupt, ain't gonna work. So I thank you. Bye. Come on out.